Another day. I think I'm gonna hang out and chill for a little while. I gotta send out the alert. I really need a better workflow for this. But for now, I guess I'll just be cobbling things together as I go. Okay, so at everyone, stream starting now. Figuary, day 3. Hello, Dokudo Yuki. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it is live. I tried my hardest to come home from work. I didn't even have time to make dinner. Here is my cup noodle. Because I looked up on the clock and I was like, oh, it's already midnight in London right now. I better get on if I want to be on at a good time. Does this mean I have to go to work earlier and then come home earlier so I can stream? That doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually. I feel like it's better to get things done early and in advance. I'm just lazy. And I'm such a night kind of person. I like staying up into the middle of the night because I feel like I'm more productive. But now I have to sit here and eat my cup ramen. How are you doing today? Psycho D! I haven't seen you around in a hot... Or, I haven't seen anyone around. Sup sup. It feels good to be back in, like, the streaming chair. Bubsky, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. It's all coming together now. How exciting. So I was looking into the Twitch channel points stuff where you can, I don't know what, you get points for watching streams, right? And then lots of family events over the weekend, so missed streams. No problem at all. It's all a good time. So I'm trying to figure out what are some cool things I could offer. Let's go find... Where is this content? No, community? Channel points. So, manage rewards. It seems that there's like highlight my message, unlock a random sub emote, send a message in sub only mode. I disabled that one because I'm not gonna have sub only mode for like a hot minute or maybe ever. Choose an emote to unlock. You can unlock it for 24 hours. Modify a single emote. I have no idea what that means, so if anybody knows what that means, like, I'm very curious about what that is. Dalfovino. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. More stream excitement. And I added like a little custom reward thing for request a sketch that I will spend at least a minute on. But if you guys have any other like ideas for cute things to redeem with channel points, let me know. Because that seems like a really fun feature, especially now that it's built in. Yeah, so to recap, I haven't had time to make dinner because I just rushed home and wanted to start the stream so everyone doesn't have to stay up into the middle of the night. I guess I should say cup noodle power. How did everyone's January go? Are you guys still going strong on any resolutions? Have you guys sort of like fallen off or what? I love how like literally around New Year's you can modify it in a few ways. Oh my god, that is so cute. So you can do black and white. That's cute. This channel points thing is cute. I'm a fan. I lowered all the costs because, I don't know, I just like having things unlocked. I don't get to do that. Where's my... Yeah, why don't I get to do that? Oh! Modify. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's hilarious. It looks like I'm picking my nose. Oh, I just realized the channel points button at the bottom. Oh, I see now. Okay, it says you can earn by watching, claiming bonus chest boxes, raid, following, first cheer, first gift sub. Interesting. I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping track at all of all this Twitch stuff, but... yeah, that would be cool. More customization would be nice. Where's my custom? Oh, there it is. Request a sketch. Okay. Let me see. How does this work? This is funny. Okay. Okay. So that's how it works. In the chat, it just shows up as a regular message. I only have 2 sausages left and I can't get more groceries for another 11 days? Oh, the humanity. Not the sausages. What kind of sausages? Like breakfast sausages or like the kind that you eat with cheese and crackers and is all fancy and stuff? Alright, let's get started because, you know, life is a busy time. About January, it was a nice month. February is going to be harder. I'll start a drawing course and also start my graduation. Woo, 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 congratulations. I guess breakfast sausages? In the UK, we use them for any meal. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, like the little pork sausages that you get with pancakes and stuff is what I'm thinking about. Or like a big one with like casing. I don't know. Vocabulary. Also, I think it's hilarious that, how do I show this off without being weird? Maybe I need to like get another monitor because I'm like dying. Okay. Oh, no, not that. DeMarzio, hello, welcome. So what I was trying to show was I have this like second channel where I've been uploading my live stream replays, and I think it's hilarious that I have like 34 subscribers now. That is all. All right, now that all the key players have joined the chat, let us get started. Turn off music, and then, man, I need like one of those stream decks. That would be so cool. Oh yeah, now I have to, okay. Careful with this one, it is quick pose. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wait, I can request a sketch? Yes, I just made that as a new thing that you can get with channel points, so I feel like that would be fun. We'll see how it goes. I only promise like 1 minute at minimum. Oh, oh no, this is a disaster. Okay. Oh my god. Transition. Boom. Boom. All right.
Is a specialist in one. So Richard Powell is a specialist in 1 and 2 minute poses, and he was kind enough to record himself drawing some of the figuary poses that we're going to be drawing and sent them to me with some notes about how he does what he does.
Hi, my name's Kenzo, and this is Love Life Drawing. So here's some of what Richard said. He said knowledge of anatomy is important to create believable forms. So I don't think that means you need to know every muscle and all the Latin names and all that stuff, but just like we talked about before, you want to be able to see the major landmarks, the big structural masses like the rib cage and the pelvis and those kinds of things. He said he looks for the largest forms or lines first and then works to the smaller parts next. And you'll see that he generally starts in the torso, often with the rib cage. He said, I don't worry too much about proportion, but I do tend to elongate the limbs and shrink the head in order to emphasize the fluidity of the form. He also said when he's working from a timed video session, he stops the video if he wants to spend more time, because the goal is to learn. But he keeps his drawings to about 60 to 90 seconds to avoid overworking it. So if he wants to explore further, he'll do another drawing of the same pose. He might pause a 1 minute drawing to add 30 seconds because he feels like he needs that to really get the most out of that pose, but he is not pausing for ages, adding lots of details and finessing things. So I started studying and learning from his demos. Here's how I did that and what I learned.
I think it's interesting that he says that he messes with the proportions, because whenever the proportions end up wonky on my drawings, it's because I'm not paying attention, I guess. Yeah, I like how they're talking about whenever you spend more time on a drawing, you're trying to look for more ways to simplify rather than add detail. I think it's cool to have like a direction that you're trying to go in, because drawing, it's confusing. It's just an empty canvas. You can go wherever you want. And that's interesting. Like this drawing, I don't know. It's not really my style. It doesn't match the aesthetic that I'm going for, but I can see that like these curves are very beautiful. Proportions suck. Always get them wrong. Relate. Yeah, see, like there's a difference between people like him where they say, I elongate my limbs and I shrink the head on purpose to have an artistic effect, as opposed to me where I'm like, I don't have the technical skills necessary to do the correct proportions. And so like I deviate because I can't do it well. And I could just be like, oh yeah, I'm doing that on purpose because this is and that. But unless I acknowledge it, then I can't fix it. You know what I mean? His lines are so purposeful though. Totally. There's so much control. Like everything means something. It's very nice. I hate it when I stretch my back and lose my right boob.
So at first, I just tried to recreate his drawings step by step. And that was really fun to see how wild he goes with his angles, how much he exaggerates the characteristics of the figure, and how much information he just throws out the window. So often things start in the torso, right? He establishes, there's often a big curve in the torso. And so that's one of the first things that he'll establish. There's the rib cage structure. If the torso kind of comes in and then back out again for the pelvis, he'll really exaggerate that and really bring it in and really bring it out again. The same on the thighs, for example. So thighs, they start off a little bit thicker and they taper off a little bit down to the knee. So what Richard does is he tapers them right off to almost nothing, like the curves are almost touching. And that kind of gives you an indication of what's going on. It's like, what's an essential characteristic of these different components of the figure? Let's take those to an extreme. We've only got a couple of minutes and we really want to put down the essence.
I really love this curve right here on the forearm. I think that's something that I definitely need to work with. I draw my forearms just like as a tapered line like this, when really it has like this gorgeous curve right here that I just miss a lot. It's hard to place.
Essence of what we're seeing. So let's push the big important characteristics and get rid of everything else. And then notice in the thighs, there's a lot you can learn from Richard Powell's thighs, right? Not his thighs, but the thighs that he draws. What you want to avoid is symmetrical curves. Our bodies don't really have symmetrical curves. That's not really how our muscles are structured, right? And so you don't want to have curves like this, like two brackets next to each other. And so you might prefer
Exaggeration
to
is
find
real.
curves that kind of flow into each other, or curves that kind of complement each other, right? And he finds curves that complement each other down the thigh and tapers them off to almost nothing at the knee to really exaggerate, the overall movement and flow, right? Because what we're looking for is movement. And when you have something like this, that's what, think of a symbol for movement is like.
I think it's interesting how he not only has exaggerated all the curves and stuff here, he's also exaggerated the position of the model. Like, the model seems to be mostly facing like the front and tilted a little bit here. But here, the model looks like she's tilted mostly to the side. And like this hip has compensated for that tilt, and like the center line is a lot closer to the side of the body. I think that's interesting. And you can only do that if you have like that anatomy knowledge that he was talking about before. Because otherwise you can only exaggerate the curves, not the actual pose that the model is making.
Like an arrow, and it's like two things coming together. So when your lines are done with boldness, often your lines will have that quality to them, a sort of pointiness to them. And then when your curves are complementary, but when they taper off together, they bring that energy too. So those are things that you can find also in the forearms, right? Our forearms start off thicker and taper off at the wrist. And so he's really exaggerated that tapering. He kind of structures his drawings a lot around the joints. So some artists in their quick gestures, they just, find the movement right through the joints sometimes. They kind of smooth out the joints to find bigger flows. Whereas I think Richard Powell brings out the joints and uses them as like structural endpoints for his big gestural flows. And that's something that I think a lot of artists would find more intuitive.
Maggie, there's a squirrel! Running, walking the dog, and recording Figuary videos at the same time. When you've got a baby, you've got to be efficient. Oh! I thought, okay, I'm getting this, and then I tried to do it myself with a different pose that he hadn't shown. And that's when I realized the struggle. It was easy for me to copy what he was doing because his drawing became my reference. And I realized that I'm really anchored. I use the reference as like a safety rail, I don't want to depart from the literal truth too much. It kind of reminds me of, if we go to an ice skating rink, which I never go to, but if I did, I would be the guy holding on to the side. And the reference is that railing on the side, and Richard Powell is skating around in the middle, taking risks, having fun, and I'm holding on still. And I struggled to let go of the reference, of the reality, the truth of it. And only in the last pose did I start to feel like I was getting towards the sorts of simplification and exaggeration that he was doing. And I thought that I knew how to simplify and exaggerate, but now I see how far you can take it. And I'm really looking forward in the next few days to pushing further, and I hope that you'll do the same. You don't have to draw exactly like him, but try to simplify down as much as you can the big rib cage shape, the big pelvis shape, exaggerate the angles, exaggerate the tapering of the limbs, and push into simplification and exaggeration. Do it with as much passion as Maggie is chasing those squirrels.
So this section has quicker poses, like 15-second poses, 30-second poses. Richard Powell's drawings are from 60 seconds to 2 minutes. I found that I actually needed more than 2 minutes because I was studying what he was doing, and it was so unfamiliar, I needed more time. So I paused the interesting poses and took my time to try and learn what he was doing. So I also did these poses in the time limits. So I kind of did them, a few times each, because I did them within the time limits because it's a really good exercise to loosen up and be spontaneous because there's no time, and then also took a little bit more time to learn how to simplify things down the way that he does. But if you don't have much time for today's practice session, Just do the poses in the time limits, keeping the general principles of what we talk about here in mind, but don't worry if you can't like reproduce what he does in those short time frames.
Oh boy, that was a boatload of information right there. Oh my god, so I'm not quite sure what to do. This sounds like it's gonna take forever. Let's take a look. How long is the Croaky Cafe video? Okay, 16 minutes. And there's apparently gonna be some real quick poses. I wonder if I should study like the Richard Powell stuff. Whatever. I think I'll go through the Figuary, the Croaky Cafe video first, and then I will think about what to do after. So, oh man. Poop. Okay, there's the procreate properly. Poopina. Welcome to the mythology where talent is a myth. Woo! Thanks for the follow. Okay. I'll try to follow along. Can you send a link to the video? I sure can. So if anyone wants to do the... Thank you for those awesome black and white emojis or emotes. They're called emotes. It's a quick post today, so be prepared. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a little scared, but you know what? It's gonna be all good, I think. Yep, so if everyone wants to settle in.
I'm Larry Withers, and this is day 3 of Figuary 2020, Figure Drawing Month. I've been a big fan of artist Richard Powell for some time. You may have come across his short sketching videos on Instagram. His style of drawing is very fluid, and his figures are just bursting with energy. For Figuary, Love Live Drawing has enlisted the help of Richard, showing how to make your figure drawings more dynamic. To see today's drawing instruction, follow the link below. Please post your drawings to Instagram, #Figuary2020. We'd love to see your work. Enjoy today's drawing session, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
All right, here we go. The 15-second poses have me stressing. Oh, Jesus. Everyone's like, I died. 15-second poses. All right, all right. I'm hype. I'm hype. Oh, Jesus, that's not right. How about that? Okay. Okay, that's a pose. Jesus, why we gotta do ones like this? Oh, lordy. Sure thing. Yeah, whatever is good. These are some cool poses though. I can't wait to get to them later. It's just... I cannot do them justice under these conditions. Oh, no, I'm gonna start that one over. I was busy. Okay. Ooh. This is pretty stressful. The 1 minute ones feel long after this, relatively long after this deluge. You know what? I feel like I'm getting better. This one wasn't so bad. That one's like kind of high quality. Oh, Lord. It's stick figure time, y'all. Alright. Oh, these are 30-second poses. I was like, wow, I feel like I've made so much progress in this 15 seconds. Oh, dear. This model is so pretty. Oh no, I forgot the arms. I got too excited. All right. Nobody has any hands in this world. Oh, so we're moving between all the time periods. They're not even letting us know which one we're on now. We're on 45 seconds. I am drawing Croquis Cafe Figuary poses. I am at 6 minutes and 30 something seconds now. Let's see. I can't show it, unfortunately, due to Twitch's nudity policy. Very sad. Okay, we're at 1 minute. 1 minute poses. I feel like I always like to, you know, establish the head first, then the torso, and then I get into the legs or the arms, whichever looks cooler. Oh ho! She knew Sarah. Welcome to the mythology where talent is a myth. I'm glad to have you here. And thank you for the follow. Right now I'm doing Figuary Day 3. Very quick timed poses. And then afterward I will do other stuff. Like draw these poses again. I'm planning on streaming as many days of Figuary as I can. It's just fun. I love this event. I was so happy to be a part of it last year, and I feel like I've improved so much in the interim. Man, I'm like going through it. Many poses. I'm sorry, I saw a couple messages that were too long for me to read, and like the second I glanced over there. Do not worry, they shall be responded to in 3 to 4 business days. Okay, we have 4 minutes of video. It looks tough to do something cohesive in 15 seconds, but I can see how much you've improved from last year. Looking good. Oh, thank you. 4 minutes of video loaded so far. I want the 1 minute poses. Oh, so that's it for 1 minute poses? I guess when you draw something for a whole minute, you can't do very many poses, right? Okay, now we're on the last one. 5 minute pose. I like the butt on this one. I like drawing butts. They are a good time. I feel like they're so descriptive, and they're not like the hardest thing in the world to draw, like a nice, respectable butt. You know, as opposed to like a head or whatever. Ooh, more spooky music. Wow. Let's shrink this a little so I can fit more on the page. Oh ho! Lucas Scarlett has joined the mythology. Welcome to the mythology where talent is a myth. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh boy. Imagine that chat up line. Your butt is so descriptive. IDK, I think that'd work on me. I think so too. I feel like if someone said, hey, your butt is so descriptive, I'd be like, ooh, tell me more. I like the deceptive cadence used in this song. Unsettling. Oh, hey, UC Berkeley. I haven't seen you around in a hot minute. How are you and how have you been? Indeed, I'm getting yandere vibes from this music. Spooky, 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 spook music. It's weird streaming in a place with like other people where they can see, where they can probably hear me through the walls. Because, I don't know, I'm like really loud when I stream. I feel like I need to enunciate and project. And I'm sure it gets odd and loud out there. It is pretty. Yeah, what happened? It was like spooky a second ago and now it's all like cutesy. Is this a different song? I haven't been paying attention. I've been like, drawing. Or is this just like a different movement within the same song? Okay, that was the 5-minute pose. It transitioned so well, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, something happened. I'm kind of excited. I found this new music group that I'm in love with. Ooh, I don't want to watch that video. It's called Men I Trust. And they have just like the most gorgeous music and I want to use it in my streams and my videos so bad. So I sent them an email today and I was like, please, pretty please, allow me to use your music. I will pay you if I have the money. That was the fastest I've drawn in my life. Same. Let's take a look at those drawings and see how they are. Because I didn't really get a chance to look at them. Wow, that's you know, not bad actually. This is honestly better than I could have done probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. And for that, I am happy. Like, look at that. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad for 15 seconds, I might say. And these were the 30-second ones. I got too caught up and I didn't have arms. I love Men I Trust. I'm kicking myself because I was gonna see them a few months ago, but work got in the way. No! Are they on tour? I literally just found them yesterday in my YouTube recommendeds and like, it's gorgeous. They're from Quebec. Huh, okay, so they're going to Shibuya, Tokyo, Osaka, Seoul, Korea, Ukraine, Netherlands, Shanghai, Beijing. So not here. It's a beautiful abstract piece. Haha, that can go in a gallery. Exactly. All you have to do to get into galleries is draw things that don't make any sense. And they're like, oh, I cannot interpret it, so it is deep, deeper than I can interpret. Cool. All right, so I'm getting into my drawing phase where I can actually do these pictures some justice. You know what? I'm gonna go pull up the, let's see. I'm gonna pull up the Richard Powell drawings and see if I can try to replicate it a little bit in my own little way. How do I do this in a good way? Okay. So there we have that, there we have this. Moving around references and all sorts of stuff. What a complicated time. What a complicated time. Okay. Let's make this bigger so I can see it. Yeah, now that I'm looking at the exaggeration, it really is very different from the original. They were touring the US with Wild Nothings in 2019. No! I guess I don't regret it as much since I didn't know about them before today, but now I'm sad that they were like around and I didn't get to see them. You know what I really wish I could have seen? The Nier Automata like orchestra thing. Oh my god, I found out about it like the week after tickets went on sale and they were all sold out and I was like ridiculous. I just want to see the things that I want to see. I did get to see Tessa Violet though last fall. I've never been to a concert. I like concerts. I don't know. I think they're a good time. Especially now that I'm 21. Hey. My friend went to the Nier Automata concert last week. He said it was fantastic. Oh my god! How was it? Like, what happened? Did they announce any more lore stuff? Because apparently that's how they've been announcing like lore stuff through the freaking concerts. That's really funny to me. Oh my god. I wanted to go so bad. It's always that way, I feel. Joe Hisaishi was performing, but I missed because of finals. Oh my god, I feel for you. How terrible. I don't know. Are finals worth missing Joe Hisaishi? I mean, probably. Definitely yes, but my friend also went and said it was quite the experience. I wanted to go so bad. I'm so sad. What? Why? This is upsetting. So upsetting. It looked so cool. That doesn't work. Yeah, how does this Richard Powell guy do all the right exaggerations that make everything make sense and stuff, but whenever I try it, it looks like a pile of trash. Alright. Not the worst, not the worst. Try drawing the foot first. Jesus, yeah, I should fix this foot. Holy guacamole. Okay, so back foot, and then I don't get it. Why is his so gorgeous and mine is like dying? Okay. Oops, I don't want that. Ugh. By being like years more experienced than you, lol. Don't remind me that I have no experience. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, I'm staring at his work right now. I'm trying to copy its magic and it's not really working out for me that well. When I struggle with limbs, I put in the endpoint first. Oh, interesting. Perhaps I shall try that the next time. So hand before arms, foot before leg. Is that related to that like one video I saw earlier about some guy saying to like draw the hands first? Like draw floating hands or whatever? Oh my god. Oh, this is just wild. Aaron Blaze did a video about it recently. Okay. Aaron Blaze. Hands. Yeah. I saw this. Drawing hands detached from the body. That's it. But I'd already been doing that for a while. Smart. Interesting. Is that the kind of stuff people go to art school for? For like, just like, you know, I saw some post about how like you really need to go to art school to learn to draw. Otherwise you'll just be making the same mistakes that people have been making like since the beginning of time. But like at art school they can teach you like the best current curriculum available or something like that. Do you guys have any thoughts on credence or non-credence of such a theory / philosophy? I went to art school and I've learned so much more using the internet. Really? What kind of art school did you go to? I'm so curious. Yeah, I feel like everyone on the internet, like, I don't know, there's like a dichotomy. Like on the one hand, being self-taught is like really idolized. You're like, wow, you can like learn that on your own. But like going to art school is also like idolized. Although, you only need good feedback, which a good art school gives reliably. I didn't get any art education after I dropped art as a subject at school when I was 15. Although the opportunity for critique at art school is important. That is interesting. Yeah, that's like one of the things that I'm missing, and I realize that I'm missing it in my life, is the fact that like I don't have anyone to critique me like reliably, often, and with like brutal honesty. I mean, that's why I wanted to pursue some sort of art class with like a live teacher, or like as I'm doing now, the mentorship, so I can have someone say like, hey, these are like mistakes, fix them. And I know more and I know better than you. I went to Sheridan for their art fundamentals program. My opinion is that art school isn't worth it if it's going to put you into debt. Totally agree. What about other college majors? I am lucky enough to have had my parents pay for my entire education, and I've only had to start supporting myself after I graduated in December. But I don't know, is getting any degree worth it? Because, yeah, I don't know if many, I mean, my degree is pretty much a guaranteed career, right? But not everyone is. Applied experience is greater than any degree. Well, in the UK, student loans work a bit differently. Really? I am very curious. Please explain. Yeah, but like for fields like mine, without a degree, you can't get a job. Like you're not allowed to get any experience until you show your credentials and pass some exams and whatever. No interest on them, but you're limited to 4 years of higher education. I've used up 2 of mine with nothing to show for it, lol. Huh. Interesting, so no interest ever? Our interest is like frozen until after you graduate. But if you go back to school, the interest will be frozen again until you graduate. Interesting. What kind of people aren't eligible for the interest-free loan? Here in Brazil, there are private and federal universities. The federal ones are free loan for the amount of time in the course. Interesting. Is taking out loans common there? School debt is terrible. Mine totaled 130K after interest. Does that mean they're all paid off now? I hope that's what you mean by that statement. Yeah, it's like a big problem. Oh, rip. If the household of a student is in question has a debt above a certain amount. Oh, interesting. I know in the US, you're counted as like being dependent on your parents until you either get like a court order or like you get married. Basically, that's how you can count only your own income as your household. What are the rules for the UK? Which one? I was about to go to ACC for Japanese class and then I didn't register in time. And TCC is my local one from my hometown. We're not expected to pay it off until we're earning over £18,000. And even then, you only pay a percentage of any money you owe above that, get above that. Interesting. Very interesting. So how long are you expected to take to pay it off? I know a lot of people in the US just like assume that they'll be in debt forever and never pay off their student loans, which sounds like a very sad situation to be in. Is that how like the UK people feel too? So they say I earned 18,001 pounds. I'd pay like 6 pence, I think. Interesting. And you always can pay it off earlier, right? Like if you won the lottery or something, I'm sure. Oh, man, I say I'm sure people would. It doesn't get paid. If it doesn't get paid off once we hit retirement, it's just scrubbed. Interesting. That sounds stressful. Being in debt constantly. And knowing that you never get to use like your full wage that you're earning. You have the option to pay it off early. That's nice. Not exaggerated enough. How am I gonna exaggerate this? I want to be more loose, but also have something that looks good in the end. I guess I can pick one. At this point, I can pick one of those. Pick your major carefully then. But yeah, it's sort of like a tax. It comes off your salary if your annual wage is over the mark. Yeah, but if you pay it off early, then you can get rid of that tax, basically, right? I mean, I picked a good major. I had like an interview today, and I'm feeling good about this. He said we would be in touch, so if I get this job, then goodbye Texas, hello Chicago. So that would be nice. Then I can start making some real money. And then I can buy more art supplies and stream equipment. I'm nervous about this coronavirus thing. If it shuts down the factories in China, then, you know, there's gonna be like huge consequences in terms of computer parts, phone parts, TVs, all sorts of things. The more money you make, the more you pay in taxes. It all disappears, lol. Well, you see, that's why I'm going to spend all that money. And I'm going to buy art supplies, which are a business expense. Boom. Tax-free art supplies. Also, tax in the UK works differently too. Oh man, everything works differently in the UK, doesn't it? Yeah, so basically what I need to do is make businesses for everything that I love in my life and that I want to do. And then whenever I purchase anything for one of those hobbies, I can be like, boom, this is my business expense. No taxes, please. I am an entrepreneur. And it won't be a lie. I'm just really into it. Yeah, lots of things. Lol? Yeah. Interesting. That sounds wild. I guess this is what people mean when they are like, you can learn a lot by being immersed in a different culture. That sounds really cool. I would love to, you know, explore British culture. Go visit and see all these different things. What's my end goal with art? It's hard to tell. I would love to be good enough, right, to do to do this in a sort of professional capacity. I would also, like, if I could be a YouTuber, I think that would be the ideal circumstance. I don't know. Like, I want to be able to make money off of it. I think that would be cool. And then Scotland is different from England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Okay, so what do you think of Wales? What do Brits think of Wales? Yeah, in the end, I don't know. I want to be an artist. Like, I want to create art. And if I can do it as my business, I think that would be cool. Or if you meant non-business related things and just like what I want to be able to do, I just want to be able to draw anything I want from imagination. Those are some thick goals, but I believe that art is a skill and I am capable of learning it. That was a very long-winded answer that could have just been like, I don't know, over. I guess one last thing I want to say is that I just want to make pretty things. I think it would be so cool to have my art on like shirts and stuff. Not like as merch or anything, but just as like things that people wear. Just casually. You know, like as a real piece of clothing, not like a fandom me sort of thing. You know what I mean? Their relationship with England is slightly more cordial than Scotland, I think. Slightly. Oh, you little children. You little children all playing together in the play yard. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't really know much about this. I've been watching Vinland Saga, which is about like Vikings and stuff and Wales and how they hate each other or whatever. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. I'm sure you would get a lot more out of it because you actually know things and it's like kind of about your country. America gets the spotlight a lot. Mocap, welcome, welcome. Hi. I'm gonna go spend some more channel points. I'll make a... This looks hilarious. Oh yeah, this is so funny. It's like the sunglasses are pushed up onto my forehead. Oh yeah, I still need to make some more emotes. Man, hope you get to dream artist level. Have you noticed at all if you enjoy creating art on physical mediums or in digital? My history education is mostly William Wallace and World War II. I don't know who William Wallace is. I'm sorry. Have you noticed I love making digital art? I don't know, it's just something about, you know, the iPad and Procreate and how everything just like flows so easily together. It's just so satisfying making this artwork. I don't know, yeah, I'm a big fan of digital. But on the other hand, I have not done physical art in a long, long time. So maybe now that my skills have improved, I will enjoy that more than I did in the past. Scott Mater? Martyr? William Wallace. Are we having a history lesson right now? A history lesson for me. Sir William Wallace was a Scottish knight who became one of the main leaders during the First War of Scottish Independence. Along with Andrew Murray, Wallace defeated an English army at the Battle of Stirling Bridge. I literally, like, I don't know what the First War of Scottish Independence is. I don't know who Andrew Murray is. I don't know what Stirling Bridge is. He was 6'5"? Yo. That's tall as fuck. He tried to kick out the English and failed, but we celebrate the fact he tried. Cause of death, hanged, drawn, and quartered. Yo. Yo. Man, this is so messy. Like, I feel like other people would never draw this messy. I'm gonna try this again. Less lines, more thinking. Less lines, more thinking. Less lines, more thinking. Wow, I have 15 viewers. That's a lot. Hello, my 15 viewers. What is up? Let's see, how long have I been streaming? 1 hour. Yeah, so I did an hour and a half yesterday, so I think an hour and a half a day is reasonable. I can get in all my art practice and do some drawing, and then I can spend the rest of the day studying for my exams. Zoom out? You want me to zoom out? Some would argue more lines, less thinking. I can only think of Braveheart when you say William Wallace. I've never experienced Braveheart. What is it? Is it a movie? I'm sorry. Braveheart. Is it? Oh, it is a movie with Mel Gibson. Oh, he's the guy with like the blue. William Wallace is the medieval Scottish patriot. Interesting. I just can't. That's funny. Okay, so what you're saying is I don't watch movies, so therefore I don't understand things. Which is true. Okay. What am I looking at? This is an important line. That's an important line. This is too much. How do these people draw? It's an okay movie about William Wallace, but Mel's accent is bloody awful. I had to do it. My accent is probably terrible too. Psycho, this is a comedy video from Brazil about Braveheart. It's pretty funny. That's the most random description of a video I've ever heard in my life. Comedy from Brazil about Braveheart. What a time to be alive. Alright, so... Oh, this is turning out terrible. I want to do another redo for this redo, because this is like... the worst right now. Have you guys watched Weathering with You? I feel like it was okay. Okay, and I finally finished my Figuary for today. Good job. Yeah, I posted in the challenge submissions. channel because I totally forgot it existed, and now we've all started posting in the original. The challenge submissions is for the art, and then commentary goes into the monthly art challenge channel. You zoom out, but you draw bigger, lol. I'm such a struggle. Okay, so now that the size is set, I cannot draw bigger. What is going on here? We got shoulders happening. We got delts, bicep type. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. This is so hard. I was looking at this, I was like, this looks cute and easy. Spoiler alert, it was not cute and easy to draw this. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. I'm gonna save my Figuary posting until like day 15. Is Figuary this year like bigger or smaller than it was last year? I don't really remember how many views there were on all the videos and stuff. But I don't know, I seem to have like an impression that it was a pretty big deal. But I was looking at like, you know, when the first video came out, there were only a few thousand views on it. And, you know, I always get to these things like really late in the day. So I was like, I wonder what happened there. Maybe it just hasn't had time to build up that momentum yet from last year, maybe? Or maybe people are still doing last year's Figuary stuff. I saw a lot of people on Instagram posting their drawings from last year's Figuary, which I thought was pretty interesting. I will see if I can stream on Discord and show you something. Ooh. Discord streaming. Showing things. This one looks cute. I want to draw this. Oh no. Ugh. Mitch, your butts are always on point. Oh, Mitch. I'm like, who's Mitch? And whose butts are on point? Last year Figuary was like a millions view each day until they kicked them to Vimeo. Oh man. Yeah, let's see, the Croaky Cafe video has like 2,000 right now. I'm so sad. And then the Figuary video from Love Life Drawing has like 4,500 views, which, you know, like is not bad. Let's see how many views day one.
Are you in the symbols?
Ooh. Day one has like 13,000 views now. Not bad. I just feel like, I don't know, it's like not as much as I thought it would be, which makes me sad because I thought there was like a lot more hype for it this year. Damn. Yeah, I remember when Croaky Cafe moved over to Vimeo, there was like an issue with their video being taken down or something, and they were like, well, it's time to jump ship from YouTube. And then YouTube was like, no, like, sorry, that was an accident. And they were like, nah, we're leaving. and then they left. And honestly, I've been using their videos on Vimeo and stuff. Like, the user interface on Vimeo is so much less friendly than on YouTube, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, where do I find videos? How do I watch videos? I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but Vimeo is really weird. And it was like so hard to find the Croaky Cafe channel. Like, I tried to like look it up and I couldn't find it, and I just saw like re-uploads of their videos, and I was just like, what? I don't know. I don't think Vimeo's a great platform, but it's like the best competition to YouTube that exists, so therefore that's all we have to work with. Yeah, and there's just like a bunch of like really random videos on Vimeo. Like, their recommendeds don't really work that well and whatever. Other creators may follow suit though if YouTube doesn't stop making life hard for them. No, totally. Like, we need somewhere for YouTubers to go. It's just like Vimeo needs to step up their game if they want to be an actual competitor to YouTube. Oops, don't want the brush size all the way up. It's just like, the fact of the matter is, YouTube is where all the money, all the discovery, and like everything else is. I mean, like, realistically, how many viewers would Croaky Cafe on Vimeo have if they didn't already establish an audience on YouTube that they moved over? It's just an unfortunate situation. Yeah, I wish there was like a good solution to this, where there was, you know, a place where people could have like freer speech and also still make money and stuff. I don't know. I guess, like, I feel like people forget that back when YouTube was like a Wild West and anyone could post anything, nobody was making any money off of it, you know? You have to pay money to put your video on Vimeo? Interesting. Like, but they have a free account, right? I'm kind of curious. Yeah, at the top it says pricing, so I'm gonna just look into there real quick. Okay, so there's Vimeo Basic. They want me to join. I don't wanna. If the plus is $7 a month, 5 gigs a week, 250 gigs a year. Or you can go up to premium, 7 terabytes of storage, unlimited live viewers, $75 a month. That's a lot. All right, fine. I will join Vimeo, and I will join using my Google account. Let's see what this Vimeo Basic is. It says, no in-video ads or ugly clutter, unmatched community of creators and video fanatics, speedy, 100% human support team. But what do I get for basic? Can I upload things? I don't know what's going on. This seems kind of interesting. I'm wondering if maybe I should... Yeah, see, look at this. My feed, Vimeo staff picks. This video has like 481 views, 6,000 views. Like, those numbers, they just don't rival YouTube at all. Whew. So it's kind of a competitor, but in the end, not really. Because you can't really replace. Sure, it's like you can put your videos up, but no one's going to find them. Which is the whole problem. Like, we need YouTube's discovery and social tools, even if they kind of suck sometimes. I don't know. I'm kind of curious as to why YouTube doesn't offer some sort of like paid creator plan like Vimeo does, where you get like, I don't know, maybe like more bandwidth, more storage, more whatever. Well, maybe if you drove traffic through blogs or whatever. But yeah, well, then you're also, I don't know, then you're just shifting to another Google product, right? Like, then you're driving, how do you drive traffic to your blog? Well, on Google, perhaps? And I don't know that much about blogging, but I know a lot of people are like, drive business to your blog and your store through YouTube. So, who knows? It's an interesting time right now. I don't know, we may yet see the death of YouTube within like the next few years. Who knows? No, don't give YouTube that idea. It would make new creators unable to get a foot in the door. Oh, like charging money for things? Yeah. I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? I wonder if it would cause like a skew in the creators to older. Like older people who can actually afford the cost and stuff. Who knows? Who knows? All hypothetical indeed. Wow, I'm really delayed. Oh no. Yeah, I was thinking like, how can you even tell? But then I realized it's probably the chat, right? Like the chat on the screen and whatever I'm like reacting to. Man, this face is like really problematic. I'm using the app this time rather than the browser in my computer. Fair enough, that makes sense that it might be a little bit more delayed and such. Oh man. Oh, now I've misplaced the arms. Okay, fine. I was considering not fixing it, but since I'm like chilling and drawing anyways, I might as well. 19 seconds of delay. Wow, that is a hot bucket of delay. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna try this pose. Last drawing of the night. I'm gonna try this pose again. Okay. The app is always this slow. I just forgot. Oh man. Slow, slow. Alright. Let's see. Wow, that's not right. I'm not allowed in front of my computer between Monday and Thursday now. Self-imposed rule. How are you? Oh, are you just doing your art on your iPad? So you don't need it for work or anything? Yeah, I'm just like, bruh, if I wasn't allowed to be in front of a computer, how would I get anything done? Or I guess it's the other way around too. I should be using this time to write. Nah, you're just collecting inspiration right now. Alright, yep, this is my last drawing of the night, so you better get to writing after, eh? I can art with something visual in the background, so I allow arting in front of the computer, which I do Friday through Saturday. Interesting. I guess that's smart. Ban the distraction. No more distraction. Arr. Ugh, I am so easily distracted. It's getting ridiculous. I just get so excited whenever I think of something. I just want to like, look up everything about it right away. Still in love with this music. I don't know, like I've been playing it through all my streams that I've been doing so far, and like I think my brain has started to associate this music with just like having a good time and chilling. I write Monday through Thursday with lyricless music on my phone. I love listening to those quality musics whenever I'm working. I've been listening to the Nier Automata soundtrack. I don't know, it's just like a thing I do. Whenever I obsess over something, I'll listen to it like constantly on loop, on repeat, on whatever. And then I move on to my next obsession. Currently, it's Nier Automata. And so I've been listening to just Nier Automata music whenever I'm doing my studying. I found this one mix. The music is really good, thank you. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I've been like buying all their stuff and they generously allowed me to use their music and I've been using it for all it's worth. Because I just think it's a good time. Alright. I did this again. I think it is definitely better than this attempt. Where was the other one I did? Oh, this one. Let's see how these compare. Yeah. This is better than my first one. Okay, not bad. As long as, you know, improvement. The figure's very well put together. Thank you. Yeah, as long as there's improvement, I am happy. And I feel like it doesn't look bad on its own, which I am also pleased with, but of course that should not be the only metric in measurement. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna head out now so I can make dinner. Dalfovino gesture is pretty good. You should check his work in Discord. Well, well, well. Perhaps I shall. Oh wow, it's gorgeous. I love it. 2 years. Oh boy, that's like a hot minute. Yeah, these are so cute. Man, better than my quick little gestury doodles. You have like those purposeful little lines that I am lacking in my sad, cold art life. Awesome. Okay, so I guess I will say thank you. Yeah, congratulations on your beautiful art, Dalfovino. Thanks for hanging out with me during today's Figuary. As usual, I shall be posting this replay onto my secondary YouTube channel thing, and you can find it in the playlist on my main channel. See you guys tomorrow. I guess now should be my new stream time since everyone seems to be awake. All right. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.